Kenya is set to host a special meeting of the heads of state and government to discuss reforms at the African Union later this month. The meeting is a precursor of the upcoming summit in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, but is also an opportunity for Nairobi to push for the election of former Prime Minister Raila Odinga as the next African Union Commission chairperson. Scheduled for January 27 in Nairobi, the meeting will bring together invited African leaders. Even though President Ruto will host the retreat in his capacity as the champion of the AU reforms, Nairobi has planned for it as a platform for a final pitch for Odinga's AUC bid. State House Nairobi said President Ruto had his Angolan counterpart, João Lourenço, among the presidents to attend the retreat in Nairobi later this month. President Ruto, who was given the mandate by fellow African head of state to champion AU reforms, invited President Lourenço for a retreat in Kenya later this month ahead of the AU Heads of State Summit in February, the statement read. On Sunday, Foreign Affairs Principal Secretary Dr. Korir Sing'oei, who is also the head of Mr. Odinga's campaign secretariat, said the retreat would take place on Monday, January 27. The president chairs the AU reform team, and so in preparation of his report to be submitted during the summit next month, he has invited a few heads of state, about 8 or so, and the retreat will be on January 27, Dr. Sing'oei told the media. The focus is on the institutional reform as the main agenda, but obviously, I am sure on the sidelines, the issue of Kenya's candidacy will arise. Odinga has spent the last week campaigning among countries of Southern African Development Community SADC, including Angola and South Africa. He is expected to head to North Africa later this week in what could be the home stretch of the campaigns. Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi had last Friday chaired a meeting to review the country's progress in advancing Mr. Odinga's candidacy in North Africa. Odinga campaigns could be significant because all the North African countries except Tunisia are fronting a candidate for the deputy AUC chairperson. In the regional format, North Africa is the only region eligible to compete for the deputy's position. Mr. Odinga also announced that they have since mapped out the critical next steps, focusing on broadening Kenya's outreach and strengthening partnership with AUC members. With confidence and unity, we remain steadfast in delivering a transformative leader for Africa, he said. President Ruto is keen to ensure Mr. Odinga bags the coveted AUC post, as it holds both continental influence and has domestic political implication in his 2027 re-election plan. For Dr. Ruto, securing the seat would cement his stature as a regional leader and grant Kenya a direct influence over decisions affecting the continent. At the same time, for Mr. Odinga, it represents a chance to solidify his legacy and bolster his significance on the global stage. The outcome could ultimately redefine the political dynamics in Kenya and across Africa. However, becomes holder of the AUC position are barred from leading political parties or leading political events in their home countries. My name is Mahmoud Kamau, reporting from Nairobi.